Hey everybody, it's Merkel, and today I'm making this video to give you a little insider detail, I guess, about the farming paths and things I looked at. I've been on here on the PTR for a couple hours now, just testing things out, looking around, and hopefully this will give you a little idea on how to make the most when 7.3 comes out a couple days from now. So starting off, I want to talk about fishing and archaeology. I know, two best skills. I don't know if they're doing anything with these two, because when it comes to archaeology, I don't see anything on the map. Of course, archaeology changes weekly with the thing. I don't know if they're adding more quests. Not positive on that. Couldn't find anything about it. But I'm going to say no. I don't feel like... Which is kind of strange. You'd think Argus would be, lore-wise, one of the best places to drop some archaeology fun effects, right? It's like a huge lore world, so I don't know. There's nothing like that, though, that I can find as of right now. When it comes to fishing, I don't know if Argus is going to have any fish either. Apparently I don't know, they didn't evolve from fish, obviously. Because when I went out and I fished, I tried 15 casts with max fishing. So we're talking over 1100, right? 15 casts in each of the zones. So Entorn Waste, Kroken, and Macari. No, Entorn Waste, I obviously had to use lava, as well as Kroken. I fished in some lava, like around here. And then Macari, I fished in this lake. And in all three locations, all I ever caught were gray items. Gray items. I know you guys love when I say that, right? Gray items. That's all I got. So, bunch of gray items and gray items. Like 45 casts, that's all I got. So, in terms of fish, I don't know if they're doing anything with the fishing profession as of yet. Now, of course, in 7.3, they are adding a bunch of fishing stuff, but it's all in Broken Shore. So, rest in peace, Argus fishing stuff, apparently. Unless they're anticipating doing it at a later date. I imagine they will. It seems kind of silly that you get nothing out of it, but maybe they won't. We don't know yet. So, at least I don't. Maybe somebody else does. Okay, what else? The other professions. When it comes to money making, I will have these. I'm gonna make maps, and like there'll be a color code in the description, and I will circle and highlight areas if you'd like to look at the map when 7.3 goes live. And maybe you're either a miner, an herbalist, you know. I'm gonna like circle places on the map, but I'm also gonna discuss them. You'll see in the description the map and how it's color coded, and then I'm also gonna discuss it right now though. So when it comes to herbalism and mining, I would recommend honestly ignoring your main for the first week of 7.3. And if you have a character with herbalism and mining, that's where the money is gonna be, right? You wanna have those two skills. Generally speaking, they get a ton of, profit, and just having both together is going to be the most efficient, because the path that I'm going to show, the paths benefited having both. Like, they pretty much lined up perfectly with each other. So, honestly, when it comes to the three zones, now the first day, only Entorn Waste and Kroken are going to be available. But when it comes to farming, these two places kind of suck. Like, when I was running about looking around, Macari and Entorn Waste, Garbo. I couldn't find very many nodes. So when it comes to Entorn Waste, like, imagine everything you hate about High Mountain and Stormheim. That's Entorn Waste. Because this map is just... it's annoying. If they don't add flying, this place is just... it's terrible. Because, like, just the way these, like, landscapes are built, it's just really annoying getting around this map. And when it came to nodes, there were, like, none. I ran all up and about and around and stuff. Nothing. This is a very empty zone when it comes to nodes. Like, there are a few occasional ones. I was coming around here, but you're talking not worth it. There's so many mobs in this zone as well. It's constant days without having the thing equipped, which I don't know if it'll work on Argus. Maybe, maybe not. Is it the Demon Steel hoof plates, I think? I don't know if it'll work on Argus. Didn't test it, but I feel like it won't, because it says Broken Shore, so that's why I didn't bother. Then again, it might be worth trying, just saying, but you wouldn't want to use it here anyways. There's like so few nodes. I had herb and mining, and I saw maybe 6 nodes running this entire path. Very, very poor amount of nodes. That being said, there are a lot of humanoid monsters. I wasn't getting very many of the new material, which is Lightweave cloth. So let me show it to you here. This is the new silk Lightweave cloth. There are a huge amount of humanoid monsters in like this area of Entorn Waste. Didn't get very many cloth though. They are like the lesser monsters. You know how it has like a gray profile on it? And then there's the normal monster, and then, you know, elites. So the weaker monsters, they didn't really give much of anything. And then even the normal mobs weren't really hooking me up for very much cloth. Now when it comes to Macari, very similar. Didn't have a lot of nodes. I ran around and about, and like the path that seemed to contain the most nodes would be essentially doing this right here. So you'd be running around with mining and herb, and you'd come up this way, and that's pretty much it. That's where the majority of the nodes resided, was in this little like J shape. So not, again, a very good place to farm. Now this is obviously not going to be available to you until week 2 anyway, so when it comes to Macari, this stuff is for like future reference. But again, this J shape contained almost all the nodes. It was very limited as well. There's not a lot to be good in terms of farming, but Kroken is the gold mine here. Kroken has a disgusting amount of nodes. Like when I followed the path, right? And it's a very simple path too. It's not like the other crazy ones. It's essentially this. You just can keep going in this circle here. So this is one of the first places you're going to unlock Krokel Hovel. And this circle right here contained nodes like crazy. Now mind you, there's going to be more competition. Obviously I was alone and nobody's bothering to farm this kind of stuff, but disgusting amount of spawns along this place. I'm serious. It's crazy how many I was seeing. And it is multi-tap, so even if multiple people are farming the same herbs and stuff, the only problem is if you're lagging behind. Like if there's a guy who's right here farming and you're back here, you might miss a bunch. That's the main problem. So but it does have a load of spawns in this area, and it's pretty much it, again, very, very simple. You just follow the path all the way around. So that is the good locations for that. Again, archaeology and fishing doesn't seem to happen. When it comes to humanoids, there is like a battlefield in this area, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's that area. The battlefield that has a ton of humanoids. When it came to farming the cloth, I did seem to get a lot there. Making positive, though, that it's that area. Yeah, see? This is it. And you can see there's a lot of humanoids in this area. Well, they're all hidden, but they come around and about, and it's more in like this location. Let's get over there so you can see it. Humanoids, 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 lots of humanoids. Everything's a humanoid in this area. So you get more cloth out of this area than most, I would say, when it came to farming. There is a decent chunk up here as well if you're after cloth farming. Clear out these folks. Okay, there's that. No, I didn't get any, of course, but there is a decent chunk of humanoids up here as well as a bunch of other annoying monsters. Not so much. Like, also when you're doing the mining and herb routes, this place is the most annoying. This is where the majority of mobs reside that are gonna mess up your pathing and stuff and daze you and ruin your just everything, your day. Now, skinning being the final real like moneymaker, I would say, in terms of farming and going out and killing stuff. Skinning locations, pretty crappy again at these 2 locations. Couldn't find a lot of great spots. Macari, much better than Entorn Waste. There's nothing. I don't even know if there's anything here that I could skin. I was killing so many things, maybe the demon dogs that reside up here, but there's just not a lot. So I wouldn't really go to Entorn Waste for skinning. Macari is not going to be unlocked till week 2, but there are lots of mobs that fly around, like the Dragonhawk bats, or Dragonhawk bat. What is that? But you know what I'm talking about. The mana ray things. Okay, that's what it's called. Mana rays. There's lots of them in this location. So it's not too bad, I guess, but it's a lot of moving around. Now the prime optimal place for skinning though are this place over here. Yeah, I think it's this one over here. It's got crazy amounts. It's like a forest filled with the Petrified Forest. It's filled with cats, and the little cats can be skinned too. And then this place right up here, it doesn't have a name or anything on the map, but it's got a lot of cats too. I can head up there and show you. And little ones can be skinned, so I imagine spawn rates will be better when 7.3 launches. It's kind of slow, but of course they buff spawn rates and stuff for the sake of launches and stuff, simply because more people online need to have good spawn rates. But it's going to be hard. You know, these locations will be filled, especially if one of you guys actually listens and heads there to start skinning. It's going to be a lot of competition, so hopefully spawn rates are a lot more decent. These things cannot be skinned. These little pukish Marcellers, the wild crag scalers, can be skinned, but it's really over here that I was talking about. You can see there's a bunch of these cats. You see all these cats? And even the little cats can be skinned, so if you like gather them up, it's very, very easy to just AoE a good pack down, and then you get the new leather. The only annoying thing is when they do that. And that's that. That's die. Thank you. And then there you go. You can skin all of them and get new fiendish leather. So all of the professions have ranks again as well. So the second rank will give you the Primal Sargerite buff, kind of like Blood of Sargeras, as well as the first rank just increasing the amount received. Now the quests are easily obtained on PTR. They buff quest drop rates, so I was able to get rank 2 in pretty much all the stuff. Well, when it came to mining and herbing, I got rank 2 in like moments, so it didn't take very long. Obviously not going to be that lucky, but rank 2 is very much possible, I think, on first day if you're farming pretty much the whole day, which, if you're big into gold making, I kind of recommend. Their story is not very long, so it's not like you're going to be investing huge amounts of time. The story is much more in depth than like Broken Shore, but they're only releasing fragments of it every week, which means you're going to be, you know, kind of bored for most of the week if you're doing it really, really fast. I would recommend just getting on that big money early on when you're looking at the new Lightweave cloth being like 10 gold a pop. The ores are probably going to be in the 40 to 50 range, maybe even more. The herbs, same deal. Maybe not so much the herbs, because the flasks aren't updated, and the new potions, I don't see a lot of use in them. Maybe they're going to be useful. This guy's kind of annoying. This is the Fell Reaver for you that just ruins your day as well if you touch him. So this is the Petrified Forest. You can see already there's a couple cats here, but there are a lot more cats. I think this place is kind of less crowded though, because there are a bunch of world quests and stuff here that appear. The only thing I ever saw once here was an invasion, so I wouldn't expect many people going up here so much as they would here. But you can see crag scalers running about. There are packs of cats, just like the other place. They're a little more spread, but you can see packs of cats in this one. Again, it's all over the place. Cats over there, cats up and down this place. So this is a good place for skinning as well. Again, there's not going to be a lot of room on day one. There will be competition, so you're going to have to deal with other people stealing your stuff and things like that. But hopefully spawn rates will be pretty fast. However, that's, you know, the professions for you. That's what I found in my travels. Just trying to help you out so you got a good idea. Again, in the description, I will have parts of the map color-coded with specific circles indicating things for color. Like, I don't know what colors I'm going to define yet, but maybe orange will be skinning. Black will be mining and herbalism. and then just pure white can be the Lightweave cloth, I think, if that's what you're going for. Fishing, archaeology, nothing to say about them. That I know of yet. Hopefully they do add something fishing. Fishing's one of my favorite professions. I know most people don't like it, but I find it fun. Anyways, I know this was a bit lengthy. I hope it was helpful. You know, make sure to pop open those maps, maybe give you a general idea on the next 3 days when 7.3 releases, and you can get some good cash the first day. Like I said, this stuff's going to go for a ton, so I imagine save it up and get yourself good money that first day. Thank you for watching. Hope this was useful, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.